Albrecht. Voilà. À vous la parole.
Dear Chair, dear Commissioner, dear Deputy Minister, dear colleagues. We are here to debate one of the most important legislative dossiers of this mandate. Thanks to the Lisbon Treaty, we are aiming to protect the fundamental right to data protection in a single EU-wide regulation. And thanks to this European Parliament, we have achieved an incredible goal of negotiating such a single EU data protection law on the basis of 4,000 amendments, including many aspects and views from all around the world. And we managed to get a position voted with the largest possible majority of the lead committee in October. Let me thank explicitly to the shadow rapporteurs Axel Voss, Dimitros Drutsas, Alexander Alvaro, Sarah Ludford, Timothy Kirkhope and Cornelia Ernst, the rapporteurs of the opinion committees, Sean Kelly, Lara Comi, Marielle Gallo and Nadja Hirsch, as well as our really hard-working staff. They all invested a lot of time and energy in negotiating this position and an agreement to be accepted. The wide consensus in the European Parliament on the importance of a high standard for personal data in the whole European Union and a more consistent application and enforcement shows that the European Parliament takes care of the citizens' concerns with regard to their fundamental right to data protection and their privacy in a digitalized world. If it would be only up to this House, we would already vote on the final regulation tomorrow to present the European voters a result. But more than 2 years after the Commission has proposed the draft regulation, there is still even no general approach by the Council. I am very pleased that this Council presidency has presented a timetable in January which is foreseeing to let this happen until July. But I also have a clear message to the Council. Any further postponement would be irresponsible. The citizens of Europe expect us to proceed to an adoption of a strong EU-wide data protection regulation. And if there are some member states which do not want to deliver after 2 years of negotiations, the majority should go ahead without them. After all what has happened during the last year, European citizens and European companies will not allow us to go on accepting that our European standards are constantly undermined by global big data business and third state authorities. As we as European Parliament can agree on a complex and comprehensive position, the Council of Ministers can agree as well. And there is an easy possibility for the ministers to agree very quickly. Just follow the position of the European Parliament, because all of the parties gathering in your governments have agreed to this compromise. Consumer associations as well as European enterprises are urging us to conclude the EU data protection regulation as soon as possible, because they all know that the only ones who will profit from this law being postponed and postponed will be the big data companies from Silicon Valley, who are constantly trying to evade EU market rules and thereby getting competitive advantages against the EU IT companies. And now we can see that more and more citizens are searching for data protection friendly products and services which they can trust. The governments of the European Union now need to show political will to send the message that systems, products and services in Europe have a gold standard when it comes to data protection. Thank you very much.
Merci, Monsieur le rapporteur. Je donne maintenant la parole au second rapporteur, Monsieur Drutsas, également pour 4 minutes. Micro.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. May I also start by thanking everybody having worked so hard in the past 2 years on this